What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Tarun's Thoughts. My name's Tarun Shetty. This is a car. And then I drive somewhere every morning sometimes, and I'll do my little rituals. And I'm wearing the same sweatshirt that I've worn for the past 4 months straight, of course. I try to set my mind in the right frequency before I start my day, obviously. And I want to talk about having connection to your content, because I was watching this. I always watch Gary Shandling clips, and it's not that I'm a huge Gary Shandling comedy fan, but I love his approach to life, because as I've gotten older, I've realized like my only thing that I want to do is just stop with these false guises and just be myself. This is coming from a guy who does a character on stage sometimes, which drives me crazy. I might not even do that anymore, who knows. But I realized this through being here and creating things, that I'm trying to dig into who I am and take some risk. And I feel like emotional content gets bypassed. Like people overlook that all the time. And the reason is because I feel like we're keeping up with the Joneses. Like Hollywood is the worst place. It really is the worst place. I remember I heard the John Hughes, who's a huge filmmaker. He died, rest his soul. He was telling Chris Columbus, not the guy who discovered America, Chris Columbus, the director of Harry Potter and writer of Gremlins. He was like, just get out of LA. For multiple reasons, but from what I can see, it's because you're always surrounded in orbit of other people around you who are just doing better than you. There's always going to be someone doing better than you, and as a content creator, you start to lose your own identity because you're just trying to keep up with what your neighbors are doing, or you're trying to figure out who you are, and you're chasing numbers. And here are some examples. Like when I was in my 20s, I made like a web series that was really popular with South Asians. And then I was making stuff on my own. And I just kept making stuff like Indian stuff, because I was like, oh, this gets clicks, so I'll just do this. Without even thinking about what is it that I want to do. And then I remember I was doing I did the travel shows on my Facebook page or wherever. And I was getting really great numbers. And I was actually selling out when I was doing stand-up. But even that got to a point where I was like, I'm just chasing numbers. Like, I've said this before, like, how many times can I go to a town and eat ice cream? Even Anthony Bourdain said that. He said, this isn't rocket science. It's not really creatively fulfilling, some of the places he went to. So at a certain point, you're investing a lot of time into things. Anything you make takes so much. It's so hard to make anything. Like, you're creating something out of nothing, and a lot of times it's not good. So there's this process of reshaping it, like a diamond, just kind of recarving it. You figure out how to make it, but if you don't like what you're doing, why do it? And that's the issue I'm battling with all the time. And I think that again comes from just doing it repeatedly. Like, that's how you get better. Like, I think it's only now I'm starting to take more risk, like with my content, what I want to do. And that comes from, again, shooting. I've shot like multiple web series and shorts and films and whatever. But again, that comes from process, that comes from maturity. And then you find out who you are. Like, it's not like this, like, I'm not the same person I was when I was 19 years old. So it's a process. And I think that if you make something, or if you want to make something, you should, even if you're not an artist, you should try to figure out who you are and put it out there into the universe. And it's going to take time. And I think a great starting point is taking a risk. Because otherwise, why do anything, right? Hope everyone has a great week. My name's Tarun Shetty. Take care.